Hi everyone, this is Harleen Kapoor from RBS Intellect. Today we have Ashish from Canada. Hi Ashish, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Hi Harleen, my name is Ashish Tanwar. I am from Delhi and I came to Canada in 2019 January. So it's been more than 4.5 years since I've been in Canada.
Mhm, Great. So Ashish, what motivated you to move to Canada and study?
So I was planning to go to Australia, but then I met a consultant and he gave me different options. He told me all about the expenses and living expenses and tuition fees about Canada and Australia side by side. So when he put into perspective these numbers and these details, I changed my plan from going to Australia, where I had some of my family, to coming to Canada, where I had nobody in my family here, but I just changed because of the expenses and tuition fees and all that.
All right. And how did you apply for studying in Canada? Did you face any kind of problems in the process?
So all the help that I got was from this one consultancy, and they helped me in order to apply to different universities, courses, and everything. So some of the difficulties that I faced was just to get some scholarship from these universities. We
Okay.
applied to 7 or 8 universities, and due to the percentage of marks I got scholarships from three of them. So I didn't get as many obstacles or problems, but yeah, just choosing it between different universities and applying process was a bit long, like 3 4 months.
Okay, so you have studied from which university?
So I studied from Brock University. I did my Bachelor of Science, Medical Sciences.
Okay. So, Ashish, can you describe about the curriculum, how it is different from India as compared to Canada?
Yes, so India and Canada's study curriculum are very different from each other. So I've been studying in India for my whole life, and in India, you're basically tested at the end of the year. Like you study for the whole year, you give your mid test, and then you have your final exams. So this is how the grading system and things in India work. But in Canada, everything is different. First of all, in India, you study for 12 months, 1 year, whole year. In Canada, the semester is only for 8 months. So 4 months and then another semester for 4 months, and other 4 months are break, summer break. So in those 8 months, you have test assignments every week, and all those assignments combined to make your final grade. You don't have one big test in which you can do good and you can pass. You have to do good in all the assignments and all the small tests. So this is the huge difference that I saw. That can be a major problem for students who are coming to Canada from India, because they are not used to giving tests and all that. But here, everything matters. Each test every week matters.
So, it's more of practical than theoretical.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
So, medical science curriculum has a lot of projects to do. So,
Yeah.
any tips for international students who are currently preparing for their, I mean, like, who are looking for the same programs?
Yes, so first thing I would say is the projects here are more practical based. Whatever you are learning, you will do practical on probably cadavers. We had animals and all that stuff, and we used to study on them. So in India, mostly the study is based on books and theories. Here, it's practical. So some of the tips that I would say would be just engaging with your partners, your students and faculty, and asking them questions. Don't be shy because you're giving tuition fees. So if you are shy, you're at loss.
Okay.
So asking questions, making friends, and doing it together. Yeah.
Yeah. This is my next question. I'm like, networking is very important in Canada or in
Yes.
any other international country. So, any tips for our international students how to network in Canada?
Yes, networking is one of the most important thing you can do in Canada. Even today, I was in Toronto meeting with one of the CEOs of the company, and we were shooting some content on streets of Toronto. So even today, I was networking, and also yesterday. But when I used to be in my university, we had this organization. It was Indian Student Organization. So if the students come from India, in all the colleges and all the universities, they have some clubs, so they can join the club's organization so that they can network, make friends, and so they can build their skills. So networking is very important, and you just have to put yourself out there, be confident, and talk to as many people as you can, learn skills, develop, and that's how you network.
Making a lot of friends and all.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so how living in Canada has impacted your personal and professional life?
So I would say living in Canada has gave me a lot of opportunities to learn more about myself. Since I've been in Canada, I've done all my work myself, like from washing my clothes to making my own food. If I don't make my food, I will stay hungry at night. So that's the living situation students face here in Canada. You have to work, manage your time, manage your relationships, manage your studies, manage everything. So my personal life, the way it's affected is I've learned a lot of time management and making time for my family and all that. Professional life also, time management plays a big role, and how you present yourself and being dependent on yourself and not being dependent on anybody else gives me an opportunity to be confident and present myself like that. So I think those are the kind of things I've grown upon.
Okay. So as you know, there are a lot of misconceptions about Canada studying in Canada going on. So would you like to address some of the points, like it's better to apply for Canada or not?
Currently, I would say the situation is very difficult for international students. Even with my colleagues, we were talking about this today on the streets of Toronto with a lot of immigrant people. The situation that was 5 years ago is not the same today. So if you're an international student planning to come to Canada, you have to have a proper vision in your mind that you need to do this, that, this, and then you will reach your goal. And you have to be strong, independent, confident, and just motivated. Because if you're just coming to Canada to escape India and you have no vision, no goal, you just want to escape India and come to a different country, this country will open your eyes like never before. This is a land of opportunity, but it's a land of destruction for people who don't know what they want. It can be the biggest nightmare. Yeah.
So what is the current scenario of job market in Canada for international students, being it full time or part time?
So I would say currently the job market is also very much impacted because of the influx of the international students. So let's say if we have 100 jobs here, we have 20,000 people.
Okay.
So you can imagine, like, for each job we have more than 1,500 people applying for the jobs. So even in the corporate world, part time, full time, everything is impacted. So you have to leverage your skills, be independent, be confident, develop your skills, and do it that way. Because if you're depending on a job, there's very hard situation right now, I'll be honest.
And what are the current programs that are in demand for international students?
So, in 2019, when I came to Canada, and since now, healthcare is the number one career opportunity that's in demand forever. Healthcare, computer science, and artificial intelligence, robotics, and I would say finance and accounting. These are the five main branches you can go in Canada with very high demand. Also, if you have certain skills like welding, jobs, electrician, plumbing, hairstylist, some kind of like that, you can also excel in those fields. So
Okay.
these are this kind of
So
situations.
students can apply for all these programs.
Yes, people can apply for all these programs, but you have to qualify. If you come from India, you have to again qualify in Canada. You have to give the Canadian examination, and if you qualify, then you can do the jobs. You cannot just come from India and start doing jobs. You have to qualify.
Okay. Can you give tips for international students? As you know, the main focus is on job. So can you give tips for international students how to apply for a job or how to crack their first interview?
Awesome. So in 2019, when I came to Canada, I got my first job after 6 months. So for the first 3, 4 months, I didn't get a job because I was not looking very seriously. But after I applied every day, I applied to around 80 to 90 jobs 5 years ago. And then I got one or two interviews. Out of those interviews, I presented myself very confidently and I gave the employer confidence in me that whatever you say, it will be done. I'm punctual, disciplined, obedient, and we will do it. So that's how you have to carry yourself. But you have to just apply to a lot of jobs, talk to a lot of people, make friends, because currently the job market, everything is based on reference. So if I know Harleen, then I can get this job. If I
Hmm.
don't know anybody, I will not get the job. It's like that.
Networking is important.
Yes, absolutely. Networking is the key.
And how much is the current wage rate they can get?
So current minimum wage rate is 16.75. That's what I believe every hour, but it's very low. You have to build your skills and develop your minimum wage rate. So
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Okay, can you tell our audience about the travel destination they can travel once they are in Canada?
Yes, Canada is the second largest country in the world. We have a lot of travel destinations, beautiful places you can go, from beaches to mountains to like parks and everything. So once you're settled in Canada and you like the weather outside, you should go to like I would say there's a lot of beaches, Tobermory, Banff National Park. There's a lot of different kind of mountain sites you can go, and Toronto, big cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and British Columbia. You can visit there. Niagara Falls. I've been to Niagara Falls 7, 8 times, and believe me, after
Yeah,
going there like
I'm
10,
also
11
Niagara
times,
Falls is a beautiful place to visit.
very beautiful. But after going 10, 11 times, it's just water.
Okay.
So it just becomes like that. But yeah.
All right, all right. So, Ashish, I would like to know any tips personally you would like to give to our audience because, as per the current scenario in Canada, we need some positive feedback from the students who are already there.
Yes. Okay. So I understand there's a lot of negative feedback and a lot of tension going on regarding Canadian situation, but the positive thing that I can say is believe me, Canada is a land of opportunities. It will give you what you're worth. If you're worth $1 million, you will have million. So you have to make yourself worth that much. You have to develop yourself, you have to develop the mindset, and you have to be strong. If you're not strong, this country will test you. So be prepared to face hardship in your life when you come to Canada, because it's not easy. Even I believe living in India is not easy these days.
Exactly.
Everything, job situation, market, everything. But Canada will test you at another level, because here things move very fast. You don't have a family here, you have to manage everything on your own. So be a strong individual, and if you're not strong, Canada will make you strong. So
Okay.
something like that. You said you have a brother in Canada.
I have a brother
So
in Canada.
yes, so when did he moved? Can you tell
He,
me something?
I'm like in July 22, and currently he's on work permit.
Yeah, I'm on my work permit as well.
Okay, okay.
So yeah.
He recently received his work permit. Now he is finding a job, which is very
Okay.
difficult. But
Yeah.
currently he's in Amazon. I don't know about the position and all, but yeah, currently he's in Amazon and he part time he is working as an Uber driver as well.
Yeah, got it. Okay, so yeah, this is the situation in Canada right now. Like getting jobs is very hard, even in a place like Toronto, where you would expect people to get jobs easily.
Yeah.
It's like very crowded. So I was in Toronto today, and literally, I'm telling you, I see people sitting on the streets. Indian people, Punjabi people, Hindu people. They're sitting on the streets in the with their cycle, waiting for the food order to come. So you understand it's very bad situation. So it's too many people here, and that's why the laws are like becoming harder and harder.
Okay.
So I think main thing that your brother or any international student can do is just to change their mindset,
Exactly.
because when people come from India, they usually think that they are meant for these low jobs like restaurants, driver, all that. They should not do that. I met one of my friends today. She is the CEO of 5 companies,
Oh wow.
and she is 23 years old.
Okay.
I think your brother probably might know her from LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a website in Canada where which you use to apply jobs. And she has 80,000 followers in LinkedIn.
Okay.
So that's a very big thing.
Yes, exactly.
So
And that too at the age of 23.
23, and she's working as a business analyst in Deloitte
Okay.
accounting firm. And meanwhile, she's running her 5 businesses. One of them is a non-profit organization. So I would say the main thing is just changing the mindset and talking to people who are, achieving good things. So that just gives you some perspective on what you should do. If you talk to people who are working driving jobs and doing like restaurant jobs, that's what you'll think. But if you talk to people who are CEOs of company and driving big cars and working in grand jobs, so That's the kind of mindset you need.
Okay. So did you apply for PR?
I haven't applied for my PR yet. I'm learning French. I work as a manager in a restaurant.
Oh.
I am getting my skilled job license, and I also do my social media marketing through Instagram. So I do promotions and everything, and I earn money through Instagram as well. So these are the 4 5 things that I'm doing. So
That
you cannot just rely on one thing.
on, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So this is the situation right now.
Okay. And where have been you have been to in Canada apart from Niagara Falls?
So I've been to a lot of different places. Like Ottawa is the capital of Canada. So I've been to Ottawa because I wanted to get my US visa interview. So I
Okay.
have my US visa too, US visitor visa. So my interview was in Ottawa. So we went there with my mother and my sister. We rented a hotel, very nice hotel, and it was minus 30 degrees, minus 30, 30,
Hmm.
and I couldn't speak. Everything gets frozen, your mouth, everything. But it was very nice experience. So I've been to Ottawa and a lot of different places like parks and stuff.
So you're since 2019. You're there.
I came 2019 January. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's great. I just wanted to know about the PR and jobs prospects. What are the job prospects in Canada? Because
Okay.
that will be really helpful for anyone who are currently applying for January or May or September intake.
Okay, so I think the best thing students can do whenever they come to Canada is just to not get comfortable in their own room and in their own school and college and course. Just get out there, talk to a lot of people, and start applying jobs as soon as you land here. First thing that the students need to do is to build a resume. So you cannot build a resume that's just black and white, simple things. That's not very appealing. So you have to make a very good resume. Talk to people who have been here in Canada for more than 1 or 2 years. They know about this,
Okay.
so they will help you make a good resume. So make a good resume, print it out, and apply online, physically. Go to the places, apply to like big companies like Walmart and all of these companies. And also, if you have any skills from India, you can use those skills to get the job. For example, if you did art, like if you did art and drawing and painting or something like that. I have a lot of my friends who do wall art, you know.
Okay.
When there's a restaurant opening, they have an empty wall. They call one of my friends, and she does the painting on the wall, like Amchi Mumbai and Delhi Pani Puri, and all those scenes and all. And she charges like $5 to $6,000.
Oh, that's it.
It's India, in Indian currency, it's 3 lakh, 3.5 lakh for 2 days of work, 2 to 3 days of work. So that's how you use a skill. You don't have to work in a coffee shop. So, just use the skills.
See, that is the mentality of Indian students that they need to apply for any job part time. I'm talking about the
Yeah.
part time jobs that they can apply in any, I'm like McD or Burger King or a coffee shop, but they need to know that they need to apply for a job that will lead to a permanent job for them or a full time job for them. Not
Yes,
only,
absolutely.
they can't only apply for any McD, burger, or coffee shops.
Yes. The main point I would like to say in this thing is being comfortable.
Yeah.
Once you get a job in McDonald's or you get a job in a coffee shop, students get comfortable.
Yeah.
Admit, they want to admit it or not. Even me, I'm working in a restaurant as a manager for the past 6 7 months, and everything is my fault. If I haven't moved to a different location, different position, a good job level, it's my responsibility, because I've been comfortable in this position. But I need to get out of my comfort zone and apply again and use my time. So just don't get comfortable in one job. Keep looking.
So I've heard that if students are applying in Quebec, they easily and they get faster PR as compared to
Yeah.
students who are applying for in Toronto or Brampton or any other city, or Vancouver.
Yeah. So this is very true, because Canada is a very big country. For example, if you talk about India, just imagine everybody coming to Delhi,
Yeah.
or everybody coming to Delhi and Mumbai.
Mumbai.
Yeah, Delhi and Mumbai. So the demand of jobs would be so much in Delhi and Mumbai, and there will be too many people. So the Canadian government wants all the student and all the people to be distributed equally. They want some of the students in Quebec, some in Nova Scotia, some in here, some there. So if you're everybody comes to Toronto and Niagara Falls and Vancouver, because that's where all the Indian people are. So you have to go to all these different places. Some of the places have temperatures of minus 50 degrees, but I have one of my friend who is doing a trucking job there in minus 50. So that's the reason why you get the PR and jobs easily there, because there's not a lot of people. That's why.
Okay, and also logistic is in very demand. So how can Indian students apply for that?
Honestly, I don't know much about logistics. I don't even understand what that means. What does that mean, if you can explain?
Logistic is totally, I mean, like supply chain and logistic. I mean, you can say student can they can be a truck driver and all.
Yeah. Okay.
I just need to know, is that true that student can apply for this job and they can get the PR easily?
Logistics, do you mean like trucking jobs?
Yeah, kind of.
So in trucking business, there's two kind of jobs. One is a truck driver, and the other person sits in an office and makes the call.
Yeah.
It's called a dispatcher.
Mhm.
Dispatch. So I think logistics can be more of like dispatch job, but yes, you can get the PR in trucking and also in logistics. It's easy PR. But the thing is, like, trucking job is very hard because you have to give a lot of hours in that job. You have to drive for very long distances, and lot of people, I would say 80 to 90% of people end up getting back problems because they're sitting for more than 2 3 days continuously. So, if you're coming to Canada just to do trucking jobs or minimum wage jobs, I mean, if your situation is very bad in India, then I can understand. But if you can do something in India and not get into yourself into this type of situation, it's better.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay, and now share some experience about cuisines. I mean, like Indian students definitely want to have a Indian cuisines and all, and they find it difficult to get the food.
Yeah, no, no, no. So currently, because there are a lot of Indian people in Canada, there's a lot of Indian food you can get. There's different Indian markets, Indian stores, even Walmart. It's a Canadian and American brand. Even Walmart has their own Indian section now. It The Walmart doesn't have any other section for example, Italian or French. No, only Indian section, because there's so many Indian people. So you can get from samosa to pani puri to kurkure chips, Maggi masala, and you can see this on YouTube and Instagram. Everybody shows this. So there's no problem in getting Indian food. But of course, I would say the taste of food in India is better, is 100% better,
Okay.
because you don't get the same taste here.
Exactly, exactly.
Yes. Have you ever planned to come to Canada yourself or no?
I have applied for my visa and just in
Okay.
more than 1.5 months. I'm still waiting for the decision.
Okay, okay. What kind of visa is it?
Tourist visa. That's only a tourist visa.
Tourist visa. Okay. My mother and my sister also came here on a visitor visa, but because they liked the environment and situation here, my sister is now going to a grade 11, and soon she'll be going in grade 12 because she has a student visa now.
Okay.
And my mother also lives with me now. So we did a visitor visa extension for
So
them.
that I can travel and explore Canada
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
definitely meet my brother.
And you also have a brother, so that is amazing here.
Yeah.
No, Canada is a beautiful country.
I mean, like they we should get the decision within a week, but it's been more than 1 month. We are still waiting, though I have raised the web form, but let's see.
Yeah, so the Canadian government things can take a lot of time,
Yeah.
because even if you apply for a work permit in Canada or your PR in Canada, there's no guarantee you will get it in 3 months, or it can take up to 1.5 or 2 years.
Yes, exactly. I have applied for work permit for my brother and two of his friends. Uh, One of his friends had got the visa work permit within 20 days, and both of them have got received their visa around 3 months, 2.5 or 3 months.
Yeah, there's a certain like luck factor as well in this kind of situation. But as soon as you apply for your work permit, nobody can kick you out of Canada because you are on applied status
Applied
now.
status, yeah.
Applied status. So that means you get more time.
Or, yeah.
So you get more time. You can work, you can study, you can do whatever you want.
Okay. And
So yeah.
the part time is still like 16 hours, sorry, 20 hours per week, or it has reduced or it has increased.
So the part-time jobs that you can do was a maximum of 20 hours per week, but from September this year, in coming 2 months, it is 24 hours per week,
Or,
24. So yeah, there is 24 hours, but I would say it's just they're just changing the laws again and again just to see what they can do with the people because there's so many people here now. But I would say just don't depend on any kind of government or any kind of people to give you jobs and stability. Just develop your own skills and network, change your mindset. Again, I'm saying that because this is the most important thing in Canada. If you believe you can do it, you can do it. Just don't be dependent on anybody else because everybody cares for themselves, nobody cares for you.
yeah, exactly.
That's the thing.
True, true.
Yeah. So when you come to Canada, this is how you should think because people are good, but mostly people want what's best for them. So you should think about yourself, develop yourself.
Yeah.
So yes. What other countries have you been to?
I have been to New Zealand, and
Okay.
uh, day after tomorrow, I'm traveling to Sri Lanka.
Wow. Awesome. How is New Zealand?
New Zealand is a beautiful place. Though I have been only to Wellington, not Auckland,
Okay,
and
okay.
twice to any other city, but
Yeah.
Wellington is beautiful.
What would you say was the best thing about New Zealand?
So, environment, people. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone, they are very, I mean, soft spoken. They
Yeah.
speak so, they don't have any kind of like, we don't want to talk to anyone. Like in India, it's like,
Arrogance.
yes, yes. Everyone is so nice. So I love the environment, I love the people, and definitely it's a
Yeah.
beautiful city. And now I would
It's
love to explore Auckland and other part of the cities.
Yes, absolutely. And Sri Lanka, I think Sri Lanka would be amazing as well. Sri Lanka is a very tropical and nice place to go. Yes, Canada is also as same as New Zealand. It's very like most polite people in the world are said to be in Canada. But I would say Indian people who are coming to Canada should learn more about Canadian culture and how to carry themselves because personally I have been living in Japan for past 18 years of my life.
Oh,
My father my father works in Japan, he lives in Japan, and my studies have been completed half in Japan and half in India. So since I was 1 years old to my 18 years, I've gone to Japan every year. So I know how to present myself and how to be polite, and I've seen Japanese culture. So I think people should learn more about the country they're going to.
exactly.
If you're Because honestly speaking, if you're coming from India and you come to Canada and you disturb their culture, they don't like it.
Yeah.
If you're very loud after 11 p.m. at night, you're shouting and you're fighting and you're drunk and you're making a noise and nonsense, they call the police and they will take you to jail, and all Indian community suffers because of that. So people should learn more about the country they're going to,
Yeah, exactly.
and just not you can be yourself, but there's a limit. If you're around a different community, if you're around a new group of people, you should try to learn more about themselves, because honestly I've seen a lot of Indian people here doing like bad things that bring bad name to our country. And if one person does it,
Everybody, yeah.
everybody is in it. So people should learn more about the country they're going in, because people don't like for example, if in India, if somebody comes in India and they're shouting and they're you're having your puja and they're shouting in between and just cursing and swearing, you don't like it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's how Canadian people feel. I'm not Canadian, I'm Indian. I like India, I like Indian people, I am Indian. but there's a limit and there's a politeness and there's a way to do everything. So people should learn more about that and develop themselves. So yeah, that's how I think.
Great. It was very nice talking to you, Ashish, and I would love to meet you when I'll be there in Canada.
So just let me know. Let me know if you come to Toronto. We will meet, and
I will
I'll show
come
you.
to Toronto only.
Yeah, I'll show you around. There's amazing places. Do you eat? Are you vegetarian or non-vegetarian? Non-vegetarian. Amazing. There's like there's endless opportunities for non-vegetarian people to
There is
have fun.
no, I mean, like, it's very difficult to get vegetarian food, so I can't have vegetarian food.
Oh, you cannot have. That's the spirit. That's very nice. Non-vegetarian people, yeah. We don't eat the ghas poos.
Oh,
Ye
wow.
ghas.
You don't like it.
No, no.
Yeah, exactly.
You will love Canada. You have your brother here, and whenever you come, if you want to meet me, I'm always
Or I
available.
would definitely would love to meet you.
Absolutely, absolutely. We will show you around. I have a lot of friends and I have a lot of amazing people that would love to meet you. You seem like a very nice person.
All right. Thank you so much, Ashish. Thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Nice talking to you.
I know it's late in Canada. I mean, like,
Yes, it's around one at night.
tomorrow is weekend.
Yeah. Tomorrow is what?
Weekend.
I'm working on the
Oh,
weekends, but
oh,
it's
okay.
okay.
So no party.
No, I had my parties for the last 3 days.
Oh,
I was doing my networking. I was meeting with a lot of high network individuals, and I was growing myself. So that's a party for me, because when I'll become something, I'll have lots of parties. Right now, it's time to work. Yeah.
great. So what kind of content you make on social media?
So I started making YouTube videos,
Okay.
but then I started posting on Instagram and I saw a lot of growth. So after posting one of my famous videos outside the airport, uh, that video did 1.3 million views in one night.
Okay.
After I woke up, it had 1.3 million views. So I thought to myself that this is a growth opportunity and I can probably grow here. So after that, for 1.5 years, since 1.5 years, I've been posting on Instagram consistently every day, sometimes three, four
Blogs
times.
from Canada, basically.
It's yeah, I can. My page is Ash Brown,
Mm-hmm.
Ash Brown dot Canada. So
Okay.
that's my page. And I post about immigrants, international students, and knowledge about Canada, PR pathways, and work permit, visa, all of that. Any knowledge that I have, I try to give it to people to help everybody,
Yes, yes.
because I think I had nobody here when I came to Canada, no member of my family. So I think if I can be that guy for anybody and help someone in their path,
So nice
that'd be
of
amazing.
you.
Yeah. So I that's the content that I make.
Okay, great.
Yes. So what does RBS Intellect do? What is the company?
This is basically student visa for different countries. So we are applying for student visas for students like you, like in New Zealand. Our main focus is
Okay.
in New Zealand.
Okay.
And we are helping for Australia, UK, Germany, and Canada as well.
Canada is a great market if you want to do.
Yes.
It's a amazing market.
Mostly for Punjabis.
Mostly for Punjabis, lot of, believe me, Punjabi people, yes, there are a lot of Punjabi people, but there's equal amount of Gujarati people too.
Hmm.
There's equal amount of Haryanvi, Indian,
Yeah.
Hindu people, Mumbai, Maharashtra, Pune, Sri Lankan, lot of people. But yeah, Punjabi people, they have a way of, just wherever they go, they make the place
Yes.
their own. So I am in Brampton right now, and it has its positive
Most of
side
the
and its.
Punjabis are there in Brampton only.
Yes, absolutely. Most of the people in Brampton, because there's like a community here, people help each other, and there's positive side and there's negative side to everything. Sometimes, the cars and the noise and everything can be a little bit louder, but we have gurdwaras.
Yeah.
People can go there. They have food. They help people. If you don't have home, they help you to stay there. So it's a good side of the community, and there's something bad also. Every community has it. So that's why people love Brampton. We love Brampton. Everybody loves it. Yes, that.
Okay, and the most important question from the students, What is the scenario for PR?
Okay, permanent residence and getting PR is easy in Canada compared to Australia and other countries, but current situation is getting a bit harder for PR because of a lot of international students coming here. But there are certain streams that you can do, like healthcare, nurses, personal support worker, and corporate jobs that you can do that will help you get your PR faster.
Okay.
Also, there's like skill jobs if you have some skills. For example, I do social media marketing. Some people are electrician, plumbers, welding, hairstylist. Some people are CEOs. So these kind of skill jobs that require some skill will give you PR more easily. So you cannot do minimum wage jobs and making coffees and making pizzas because millions of people are doing that. PR is hard in those fields. So
Okay.
this is the situation for PR.
Thank you so much, Ashish, for giving such an informative session for our international students. We
Yes,
look forward for meeting again for the same informative sessions for our international students.
absolutely. Looking forward to talking with you again.
So, thank you so much, Ashish. Thank you for your time and have a great weekend.
You too. Bye.
Okay, bye.